What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. So we finally have the data download for the treasure map Sugo Fest coming up for treasure map Edward Weevil. I will be away actually for the next couple of days, probably until Sunday or Monday. So I would say that, if there's any news that comes out over the next couple of days, I won't be reporting it, as soon as it comes out. And hopefully I'll be able to get the treasure map video up for you guys relatively soon. Whenever we get the full boosted list, hopefully I'll whip up that for you guys. But in this video today, we're going to be talking about the brand new Sugo Fest that has just been data downloaded into the game, featuring 3 brand new rare recruit characters that are obviously the treasure map rare recruit characters for treasure map Edward Weevil. Now, this is a pretty interesting one because, the treasure map Sugo Fest have been hit or miss over the past couple of months. We had the introduction of Cracker on his Sugo Fest, and that was a terribly built treasure map Sugo Fest. The last one was a little bit better. Let's see how this one goes. It's going to be interesting. So here we go. I love that the banner has that V2 Mihawk sitting there right at the front. So I will be pulling on part 1. So it would be awesome to see if we can pull that Mihawk. That would be juicy. But let's go ahead and get into it. So the treasure Sugo Fest. Marco, Kizaru, and A.O are the brand new rare recruit characters. We'll go through them after we go through the structure so you guys understand what their abilities are. But yeah, they will join your crew at max level, which is good. They don't have unevolved versions. They only arrive as 5-star characters, so the chances to get them outside of their guaranteed steps is going to be quite difficult. Plus, these characters will have support effects. So this is the introduction of these treasure map rare recruit characters that actually have support abilities. These ones this time around aren't really that great. I know that the next treasure map, if it is going to be Shanks and Ben Beckman, those rare recruits have very good support abilities that support the treasure map character, so definitely look forward to that in the future. But this time around, the characters really aren't like super duper important in terms of their support abilities. And then it furthermore says that the new Kizaru will be especially useful when supporting Edward Weevil. Well, I'll be the judge of that when we get to it. The Kizaru will join your crew as the last wanted poster of the 7th 10+1 pull on part 1 with the support effect at max level. When he is recruited as any other wanted poster, his support effect will be at level 0. Oh, damn, that's kind of annoying. So, typically, well, I wouldn't say typically, but the past treasure map Sugo Fests, prior to Cracker's release, I would say, we had the treasure map units where if there were 3 rare recruits, you'd have one guaranteed on the 2nd, and then you'd have the other one guaranteed on the 5th. The fact that this time around he's guaranteed on the 7th, I think that's a little steep for Kizaru. I think 7 multis for Kizaru is very, very steep. I hope that the actual rates for these characters are pretty good heading into this. This Sugo Fest actually starts on the 14th. So the 14th when that goes live, if I'm available, I'll hopefully stream it. If not, I'll do a recording of it later on. But yeah, I'll definitely be pulling on part 1. I want to get my hands on these treasure map characters, of course. 7 multis though for Kizaru. Man, I don't know how I feel about that. What's more, the new characters can be traded for even more training points than usual at Rayleigh's Bazaar. So the new Marco and Kizaru are 5,000 points and A.O is 3,000 points. I don't understand why A.O is 2,000 less points. I just don't understand it. Honestly, I feel like they all should be 5,000 points. If people are going out of their way to pull for these very, very specific characters that really aren't going to see much use after their initial release, I feel like they should at least be 5,000 Rayleigh points each, including the character that is the lowest point booster. That's just me anyways. If people are going to go out of their way to pull for them, they should be rewarded because of doing that, I don't know. This doesn't look good. This doesn't look good so far, man. This doesn't look good. Anyways, plus in the Treasure Sugo Fest, all wanted posters are guaranteed to be 4-star or better, so that's great. This Sugo Fest features rate boosts for characters who can get lots of treasure mode points, of course. So the rare recruit characters that are boosted are likely going to be boosted in the treasure map, of course. For more characters, check the trusty character information. We don't have the trusty character information yet. Hopefully we get that soon. So as I said, then I can, construct the teams for you guys. But anyways, the new Kizaru, Marco, and A.O will no longer be available in Rare Recruit unless, of course, there's going to be more information about that later. But there we go. That's the confirmation of the end date of the treasure map. So October 20th is the end date of the treasure map, which is good to know. So let's get into it. So it's split into part 1, 2, and 3, of course. That's with every other treasure map Sugo Fest. Part 1 is from the 14th until the 16th, then the 16th until the 18th, and then the 18th to the 20th. So 48 hours per part. Obviously, if you guys are people that like to pull on treasure map Sugo Fest, part 1 is always the optimal way to pull on these Sugo Fests. However, if you are not a pay-to-play player, this is not a good Sugo to pull on, especially because we have the 55 million download celebration on the horizon, so that's going to be coming very, very soon. So I would suggest to steer clear of the Treasure Map Sugo Fest until we get information about the celebration, because big stuff should be coming to global. So for part 1, 30 Rainbow Gem multi for the first multi. Always good to see. Unfortunately, it's only the first multi that's 30 Rainbow Gems, so we don't even get a discount, you know, on the 4th or 5th multi. Second multi, guaranteed to be the new AO, guaranteed. So that's nice, of course. I love the fact that, you know, the smallest point booster guaranteed on the second multi. That's good. That's always good. That should never change, honestly, unless if they decide to make it at the end of the first multi. That would be cool too, but, you know, it should never be more than 2 multis for the lowest point booster. So he's likely going to be a 1.5 point booster, if I had to guess. Probably about that. Maybe 1.75, and then Kizaru is a 2 times, Marco 2.2, like last treasure map. That could also be the case. 3rd, 6th, and 8th multi, guaranteed to be a Sugo Fest exclusive. Nothing really too special there. The 4th and 5th multi, last one poster, is guaranteed to be a rate boosted character. So that means that it could potentially be the treasure map rare recruit character, or just any of the rate boosted rare recruit characters, or if you get a red, it's a rate boosted red. So, you know, that's fine. It would have been cool if it was guaranteed recommended character. I think that's too broken though, because if we have a look at the recommended characters, it's just these legends and then the 3 boosters. Yeah, so yeah, there's no way they'd make it a recommended character. That would be cool though if they did that. So after that, 7th multi, as we said, the new Kizaru with max support effect. I think that's a little too steep. In my opinion, I would cut away the max support effect and then make him guaranteed on the 5th. I think that would be fine, honestly. I think a lot of people would be pretty happy with that. 7 multis though, I don't know. I'll have to really, really think about that one. And then the 9th multi-pull, Marco is guaranteed. Okay, that's crazy. 9th multi, guaranteed new 5-star Marco with charge special, bind, despair, and auto heal sockets. Very, very interesting. Man, if you're doing 7 to get Kizaru, you know, you might as well do 2 more to get Marco, but then again, that 9 multis, man, especially when we have a massive celebration on the horizon, I'll have to really, really think about this one a lot. I don't know if I want to do 9 for the new Marco, considering I have thought about, you know, the type of teams that you can build for this treasure map. Marco is really good. He's a really good unit for the treasure map, but I don't know if you really need him. You can get away with definitely not using him, but if you're the type of player that wants to rank up as high as possible, it is nice to have him, of course. And then the 10th multi is guaranteed to be a limited pool Sugo Fest exclusive with max level, max special level. That's pretty nice. But, I mean, if you're doing 9 multis to get Marco, you might as well do 10. You know, 1 more to get a limited pool legend with max special level. That's pretty good. And, I mean, we'll see the boosted list in a minute, but we can already see Cracker and V2 Mihawk are boosted on part 1, so that's pretty awesome. As for part 2, 30 Rainbow Gems, and then the second multi is partnered in with the 4th multi, and the 5th multi being a rate boosted character on the 11th poster. 368 is a legend, and then 10th is a limited pool legend, so makes sense. So part 2 and 3 aren't really that useful, but part 1 is definitely the way to go if you want to get those treasure map rare recruits. Now for the limited pool list on part 1, you've got V2 Mihawk and Cracker. You've also got Dex Sabo, which we saw before, V2 Katakuri, V2 Shanks, and then V2 Rayleigh. Okay, so V2 Rayleigh isn't that good, but Shanks, Katakuri, Sabo, Cracker, Mihawk, all of those are, you know, tier 1 and above characters, so really good there. For part 2, if you're doing 10 multis for somewhat reason, we've got Zoro, Sanji and Judge, Barto Cavendish, Capone, and Luffy and Ace, and V2 Jinbei. Pretty good boosted list. And then for part 3, Whitebeard Marco, Carrot Jack, V2 Aokiji, V2 Sanji, Nico Robin. I think part 3 is definitely the weakest part. I think part 1 and 2 are both good. Part 1 and 2 are both good in terms of boosted legends, but for part 3, And it doesn't seem like there are good characters there, but if you had to decide, you know, which one you wanted to pull on, part 1 and 2 are definitely better. And that's about it. We can't see the rates, obviously, until the day arrives. I hope that Marco doesn't have a terrible rate. I really, really hope he doesn't. But before we end the video, let's quickly browse over the 3 new characters, A.O, Kizaru, and Marco. So this is the character that's guaranteed after 2 multis. We got A.O, first of his kind in Treasure Cruise. There's no other A.O character in One Piece Treasure Cruise. Let's actually see his flavor text. I'm pretty sure he's an ally, right? Formerly affiliated with the Whitebeard Pirates. Yes, that's completely true. Yep, so he used to be affiliated with the Whitebeard Pirates, so not really a well-known character, but he is a Psi/a powerhouse. Captain ability is a 1.5 times attack boost to Psi. 12 turn cooldown with his special. Reduces duration of all enemies' barriers by 1 turn, which is very, very useful for the boss fight against Edward Weevil. Having the ability to remove 1 turn of barriers is great. Then he also boosts the chain multiplier by 0.5, which is okay, and then changes G, Bomb, and Tandem into type slots, into random type slots, which again is pretty good because the final boss fight gives you Tandem, Bomb, and G, shuffling them into type slots, and then you can do what you want with them. So pretty good overall, like just okay. He does have a support ability, only supporting slashes, adding some stats, so I wouldn't suggest feeding medals to this guy, so nothing really too crazy, but the fact that he does remove barriers is the key component of this character. The next one is Kizaru. So Kizaru guaranteed on the 7th multi. He is a Psi shooter free spirit character. Captain ability 1.75 attack to shooters. Nothing too crazy there. Kizaru's special ability on a 12 turn cooldown is very, very good. So it reduces your crew's bind duration by 3 turns, attack down by 4 turns, and boosts Sign Int characters' orbs by a varying factor for 3 turns, depending on your treasure map level. The reason why this is good is because on stage 6 of that boss fight against Weevil, you get given attack down. I'm not sure about the bind, maybe you get binded as well, but I know for sure you get given attack down. So you use this guy, he gets rid of the attack down, he gives you 3 turns of an orb boost, so you can kill stage 6 and then carry that orb boost into stage 7 for the final boss fight. This Kizaru is very, very good, but as I said, he's only really going to be useful for this treasure map. He's going to be boosted in the treasure map afterwards, but after that, you know, you're not going to really see much use of this guy. As for his support ability, they were really hyping up his support ability, right? Supporting Edward Weevil once per quest if the crew is inflicted with attack down status from the enemy. Boost supported character's base attack by 1.2 until the next battle. It's okay, it's nothing too crazy, just a stat boost to Edward Weevil. It's not really that good overall. Definitely the support abilities of next treasure maps boosters are much, much better. And then the last character is Marco. So Marco, this guy's awesome, dude. He's going to be the biggest booster on this treasure map, and the reason why he's so good is because he actually has a good captain ability. He is a 2.5 attack, 1.2 health to Psi and Int, and then when you use the special, for the next 3 turns, you get a 3.5 times attack boost to Psi and Int. So for this treasure map character, you want to be running him as the captain with the double Marco, of course. You get 3.5 times attack, and that's going to be more than enough, especially with all the stat boosts on top of it, for you to take down Edward Weevil. He also has a support ability as well to Psi characters, reducing damage from Int by 5% and adding 8% stats. His special ability is very, very good as well. 14 turn cooldown, dealing 50 times his attack and typeless damage to one enemy. Reduces enemies' threshold by 4 turns, despair by 3 turns, and if he is your captain or your friend captain, he changes your type orbs into matching. So the fact that A.O changes all those orbs into type orbs, use this special, make those type orbs into matching, and then he also is an attack booster for Psi and Int, ranging depending on your navigation level up to a 2.25 times attack boost to Psi and Int. He does a lot of different things. You know, aside from the attack boost, this guy's actually going to probably see use outside of treasure maps because he reduces the threshold and despair, and he does a bit of damage as well, and he makes type orbs into matching. This guy's actually going to see play outside of treasure maps, which is really cool to see. So both, you know, Kizaru and Marco are very, very powerful, and having this guy on your team for the barrier removal is very, very key. But there we go. That's the full rundown of the treasure map Sugo Fest. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video.